The City of Johannesburg has confirmed that methane gas led to an underground blast which damaged Lilian Ngoyi Street, which is now known as Bree Street. One person died and over 40 others were injured in that incident, which took place exactly 2 weeks ago now. The city says they're still investigating the source of this gas. At the same time, it says repairing the damage will cost an estimated 178 million rand. Let's get you more on the story. Bring in the city's Deputy Director of Media and Communications, Nthatisi, who joins us via our video link this morning. Great to have you on the program, sir. Thanks very much indeed for making time. Several reports also saying the city has ruled out any foul play. Is that true?
Yes, good morning and thank you very much for the opportunity. Yes, the work that had to be done there was to really go to the bottom of the cause of this issue. Because of the challenges that we are experiencing in the city of Johannesburg of zama-zamas and all those things. So we wanted to be sure that there are no activities that were happening in underground when the explosion happened. So we can safely rule out foul play. There are no signs of any zama-zamas that were operating in that space. There are no signs of people living in the tunnels. So we can safely say, yes, the methane gas is the cause of this explosion.
Sure. Okay, help us square this. How do we rule out foul play when we don't know what the source of the explosion is?
You must remember that methane gas is a gas which is lighter than air. If there's any other form of gas, the weight is they weigh heavier and they would go down. So methane, because it's lighter than air, was flowing up to the crest of the tunnel near von Brandis. And then that explosion happens. What might have put the pressure, because when they were explaining these issues, was that the speed that it was moving at was estimated at over 300 meters per second, which is very fast. So one could look at a variety of possibilities. One of the challenges that we are experiencing in the city of Johannesburg is issues of vandalism, theft, and so forth. So most of our manhole covers had been sealed to make sure that they are not stolen, cables are not stolen and so forth, which might have tampered with the breathing space of this methane, so that it gains that pressure that might have caused the explosion. So, but there's no other physical sign of foul play that could have been detected by this investigation.
Okay. Let's say it is the closure of these manholes that might have led to the pressure piling up, as you explained to us. We do know that methane's density is lighter than that of normal air, so your explanation does make sense. It complicates how we prevent a repeat of this, doesn't it? Because, I mean, what becomes the solution? Unsealing those manholes?
No, what we've done, because one of the things that we have to do is benchmarking, because when we checked with other sister cities like New York, China, that have experienced this challenge many years ago. China, it was 2 years ago. They have come up with certain solutions which is going to influence the way we're going to redesign the entire tunnel, service tunnels in the city of Johannesburg. Hence, we came up to the figure of an estimate of 178 million for now, pending the final designs, so that we put in new technology with international standards that allows for breather in cases of methane buildup underground. Because with population growth, these things do happen in cities. And we just have to find a way of creating safer spaces so that we allow for breathers. We do ongoing gas detections. We do sensors that would allow us to be preventative instead of being reactive. So it calls for a new overhaul of the entire service tunnel design for the City of Johannesburg.
Yeah, I'm listening to you very closely. You say it's 178 million rand for now. Does that suggest it could be higher?
Yeah. For now, it's pending the final designs and the materials that are going to be procured to make sure that it's the top of the class material. It's material that have been tested thoroughly and are the state of the art and are in line with the new standards that we are trying to incorporate.
Yeah, you'll forgive the cynics among us who are immediately concerned when we hear of so much money possibly being spent on any project in a country like ours. What's the city, do you reckon, doing to at least communicate that there's going to be a fair amount of transparency? In other words, that this money will be used for its intended purposes and not make its way to other places?
No, we have established a tight supply chain mechanism with controls, which is chaired by the group CFO, where we will try to and make sure that we communicate every step of the expenditure. For example, yesterday we did disclose that just for the immediate recovery and the temporary relief and the work that had to be done by the experts, we have already spent about 4 million, which is a transparent way. And we want to take people of Johannesburg into confidence that we will, on an ongoing basis, if there are changes in the figures that we have announced so far, we will upfront announce and detail what those figures entail in terms of what needs to be done.
Yeah, and I'm sure that will also include being upfront about what informs the decision behind hiring certain contractors, because we know that sometimes the money is paid out, but it's at inflated prices.
No, but so far, even the city manager confirmed that we are satisfied with the value for money that has been spent so far, because we had done a whole lot of benchmarking in terms of market-related pricing. For example, the cording off of that area. The amount is just about 100,000. And we are confident that the money that has been spent so far has been spent very well.
All right. Nthatisi Modingoane, I beg your pardon. Thanks very much indeed for speaking to us. Hopefully, we'll be able to hold you accountable for the undertaking you've made to many residents in the city of Johannesburg watching this story with keen interest. Nthatisi is the Deputy Director of Communications in the city of Johannesburg. Thanks very much indeed for your time.